Alright guys, yeah that's right. Get hype. We back with more Phoenix Wright. And let's think about what's happened. It's been quite a while. I want to say last time I played the game was like the 17th. Today is the 24th, and I need to recap. So Edward says, and I quote, "I would mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court." Evidence not yet shown. He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well, Phoenix. The judge is definitely favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here, that gavel of his will be ringing at the sound of our defeat. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court? What was the last thing we said, though? I can't remember, but let's say actually I do. Oh yeah. There's one. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that the court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance, and only one. What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. The fuck up. It's curtains for all of us. You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court? Could be the tomato thing. This is a wine glass, is it not? You heard me say it, I was like, that's tomato thing. Please look at the photo of this crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because the victim struggled against his assailant. The face was broken, his makeup's all over the floor. There were all things that were at one point sitting on top of that dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that's sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, I mean, what do you all have to say? Oh, well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yeah, I know, I thought it was. You can stop me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion, because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, of course. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound very plausible, Mr. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? I don't think so. If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. They just might fall for it if You're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set that cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's bluffing like usual. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have evidence to support. Oh, shit. What? You're not thinking hard enough today, right? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then... Of course it had been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints? There was only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims, nor the defendant. Rather, they were one Adrian Andrews. What? Wine glass found next to the victim bears Andrews' fingerprints. Damn. And that is why I said the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? I can't believe I fell into a trap of his again. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Karita. That's a lovely picture. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Oh, jeez, excuse me. Now do you see, right? You can't change any part of my scenario. That explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I'll show you the answer I've come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, I can't allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution is yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yeah. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? Baby, I don't know. Oh, no. Now then, witness, please say your name and occupation. I'm kind of eating something right now. My bad. She gonna be happy to see Edward, or at least she should be. Witness your name and occupation. Gotcha. I wonder what happened to that calm composure he just had. Oh, Edgy boy, it's been a year since we last met? You should be more happy to see me. I saw the report with the testimony, but who knew that under that helmet, it was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand? I tell you this time, I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you any and everything. Even things that don't have to do with the terrible crime. Oh no. Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all we need to know. Feel like I got the blicky. Oh! I'm talking to Edgy Wedgy right here. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. Yes, ma'am. No, please! By all means, interrupt her, please! Anyway, witness your testimony, please. Oh, it's true what they say. That youth are hard-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Oh my God. Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is that correct, Miss Oldbag? It was a great job being able to see my dearie one. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle. You mean you were a fan of the victim? Like everyone is crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Carita. But those two are the same age. Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of my room that night. In front of his room that night. Very well, please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. Leave it to me, Edgy Pooh. Oh my goodness. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. Whoa. It was on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room. Oh, no. So Mr. On Guard came out of the victim's room. See? I mean, it has to be him. He's the murderer. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Wow. I don't know what we can use here. I'm thinking about Lotta's pictures, but I don't know. It's crazy how we never got to see like Lotta's, like the rest of Lotta's like camera. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have another day. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. Miss Oldbag, what was your post? What was your post on that night? The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show, but I refused to help. It was for the samurai show. I even took out a few of this. Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on. Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little. And that's when you went to hang out around the victim's door? There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Something you were interested in. And just what was that? It's not some little thing I can go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. Ah, and Edgy Poo, of course. Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, you know. Gossip. But should it prove relevant? We can always have it appended to her testimony later. Looks like we shouldn't force it right now. And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time? Since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. Oh? Then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of his room? I have no idea. I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I keep keeping track of how old I really am. Yes, well that would explain your age was not included in the report. In any case, the witness then saw someone, correct? Someone showed up. It was a man coming out of Poor One's room. Someone on the night map of the hotel. There's some water, but only on the top of the lid. Man, what are we gonna have, bro? Who in the world was that? I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of the one's room, he was. Yes, he was. I'm too scared, I can't say his name out loud. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have Francisca's whip right about now. Well, I guess I can tell you, since he was such a bad boy anyway. It was on guard. You saw my client? Are you sure about that? Yes, see. Really? A knowing brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person. But I mean, last time you kept saying you saw Will Powers, but it was somebody pretending to be Will Powers. So, I don't know, old man. Yep. Yeah, you heard me. This is a blind playthrough. Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, let's delve into this a bit further. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Wait, didn't they say, oh, what were they carrying? Who was the man you saw carrying? In which hand, his right or his left? Now this is a real mess. I mean, I can't be expected to answer such a vague question. Indeed, please be more specific with your question, Mr. Wright. Sorry. Who was the man you saw carrying it in his right hand? Oh, he wasn't carrying anything in that hand. Uh-oh, she said that hand, which means he had to be carrying something in his left hand. Then how about his left? Empty. Why would she put it like that? Well, this whole thing has been a whole lot of nothing. So, Mr. Wright, what was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? Of course it was important, Your Honor. Oh, shit. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important? You don't really have to put it that way to get me to say. Mr. Wright, there is something much more valuable than a person's pride, and that is time. Please don't waste this court's precious time with worthless questions. Yes, Your Honor, I think I just wasted his good faith. She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying. That's bad for us. Really bad. But that's how the human mind is. It also has the tendency to jump off topic. She strayed onto a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she? But that's what makes her a sweet old lady, right? It's because you're not the one who has to question her. Tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. What a troublesome man you are, really, as if something like that matters. But it does. Now what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing. What thing? That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket. He was wearing that at the detention center too. That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pants. Men. Right. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just important? Wait, what? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket be apprehended. appended to her testimony. That's crazy because I look like I didn't know if he was gonna say something, and I skipped something on accident. Damn. Because I saw him standing with that smug look on his face. I was like, oh shit. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright, witness, please. Oh well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must. Alright, so we gotta hit this statement right the fuck here. He was wearing his flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show. He was wearing his flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show. Wait a minute. I don't know. Wait, whoa. Here's what I'm thinking. He was wearing his flashy racing jacket. But like, okay, I might be wrong about this, but didn't they say they were about to go on stage? So I don't think he would have been wearing his jacket, would he? Would he? How do I prove that? It was ripped from his costume. With this, in theory, this will prove he wasn't wearing the racing jacket. Because now that what I just said, he wouldn't be wearing his jacket because I think they were doing a show, but I do remember, I can't remember, they were having a ceremony, and I'm pretty sure he would have stayed in uniform for that. I said uniform. He would have stayed in costume for that. So I'm led to believe this would contradict her statement. So we gotta hit the usual on 3, y'all. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah.
Get that motherfucker.
Miss Obey. What? Don't say my name for no reason. Do you know what this is? Ah! It's button number 2 on the German Ninja's costume. Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it at a single glance. Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I punish you with this. Bro. Wow. She really is a die-hard fan to want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. R's body. It was in his hakama. See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal on guard. It was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai pants. See? And on guard is the nickel samurai. But you just said he had on his outfit. He had on his... See, I was right. I'm sure, like, I don't know if that's what I was thinking, but I was like, bro, he had his outfit on. Witness. Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, I'll admit. But just now, didn't you say the defendant was wearing his usual racing jacket? I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress, oh, here she go, rambling and shit. The outfit is hideous. They got a tape recorder, it's heavy. Or we just switch to CDs, Dream Alive for all those kids out there. Now take a look in the mirror. Your clothes are a documentary on curling. What in the fuck? Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not On Guard, the man. But Mr. On Guard, the nickel samurai? But when you think about it, bro, they're really one of this anyway. Miss Sobag, this is a very important point we're talking about. Angie Pooh, do you think so too? Well, it might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify. Alright, if you insist. I should be the one signing, not you. Who I saw? On guard, on guard. Yes, now I remember. The Nico Samurai, that's right. It was the Nico Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show, right? After the crime, you know. So he must have worn that Nico Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. Well, why did his costume not have any blood on it? I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume. What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside the costume? Don't be a bad little boy. Thinking such rude things. But the possibility does exist. Ah, youngins today, I told you. There is no way it was anyone else. How do you know that? Because I said so. And what I say is the truth. At least she's just as delightful witness as she was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine this stupid witness. Any objection? The Nico Samurai, that's right. It was the Nico Samurai that I saw. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not? Not too long ago. Then let me ask you this. When you were itty-bitty, what did your grand dream? Huh? What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper? My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be Judge Wagner. What the? Judge Wagner? Hero of the public's court. So what? See? And look at where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? What the fuck? Well, what I said earlier, who puts any weight into things like that? The now is everything. I can't be held responsible. I can't be held responsible for the past. Wow, since when did court become theatrics over testimony? All that matters is that man was inside that costume. Isn't that enough? Judge Wagner? Bro. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. That's crazy. And why would that be? That way no one could see his face, of course. But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more. You're such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say. Isn't that what you're always doing to me? I got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume. He had to go to that post-ceremony show. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the show? The manager, right? Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in the friendly gesture thing. And that included the Gemini Ninja. Of course it included him. That's why when Angara came out of Dear Juan's room, I didn't give it a second thought. Ooh, I see. Well, anyway. So he must have worn that Nico Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. Why is there like nothing on his costume? I mean, would this be it? Because like, there's not a lot of blood shown, bro. So he must have worn the Nico Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. Nah, I don't know about that. So let me ask one more time. The person you saw, it really was the Nico Samurai. As shabby as happened. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning? Can I throw in the towel yet? You don't need to think too hard on this one. There's a contradiction in their testimony, and it's sitting in plain sight. The question is, what that contradiction means for us. Well, I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. So I think it's what I just said. So, What?
Get that motherfucker.
I was looking at the photo. I was like, And I was thinking, like, maybe if it would have said something about his costume having blood on it, I would have been like, okay, maybe that can help me. But I ain't gonna lie, I kind of took a shock on this one. Because if they would have said something about his costume having blood on it or not having blood on it, I would have been like, okay. But this is my first shot in the dark, to be completely honest. I don't know how it's this, but we gonna find out. Cause I mean, let's look at the knife. Let's look at the knife. Because I was looking at this, as you guys clearly saw, and I'm looking like maybe because there's not a lot of blood like out, and she says stabbing, so like maybe it could be the fact that she stabbing, and it's only, and I'm like, we don't have a thing where it says it's only one knife wound, you know what I mean? But bears the victim's blood and on guard's foot fingerprints in the grip. Gay water isn't ready. So like at this point, I really don't know how it's gonna contradict her, but we gonna see. Yeah, so it's a knife, big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work. No, that's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? It's exactly what I'm driving at. Wait, what are you driving at, and whose car are we driving? If Mr. Argar was really in the Nickel Samurai costume, his fingerprints wouldn't have been on the goddamn weapon. Oh shit! Let's read this again. If Mr. Argar was really in the costume at the time of the murder, his fingerprints wouldn't have been on the weapon. Yeah. Okay, as soon as he said that, that immediately put that into perspective. Oh my gosh. Alright, I probably need to take a break and get something to eat, because I was not thinking clearly on that. Damn. Actually, he would have wiped our previous fingerprints on this knife right off. Oh shit, he right! Oh my god, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. Bruh. And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? To incriminate himself? There's no way he would do something stupid like that. However, there's one possibility. Then let's hear it. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as a Nickel Samurai. And at that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage stuff. Which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. It's well known that there were bad blood between the defendant and the victim. That is true. I've heard of that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? We're not going to say anything because we're about to end this episode right here. If you guys are enjoying this as much as I am, leave a like, a comment, you know, all that cool YouTube stuff. And until then, I'll catch you guys later for more Phoenix Wright. Justice for all.